What's good? What's good? Welcome to Epic Entertainment Cricks. I'm Antoine. Okay, so I'm gonna do a review for a movie called Barbarian. See, I always want to say Barbarian, but it's like Barbarian. It's a street name, as the name of the. That's the name of the movie. It looks like it reads Barbarian, but I'm pretty sure it's Barbarian. Yeah. So anyway, it came out in September, and I saw it on HBO Max. I watched it. It was one of those movies that it was good, but it had me scratching my head. It didn't have me scratching my head. It was I didn't expect it to be what it was. It put me in the same space of what's the name of that movie? Malignant. Well, when I saw that movie, I really enjoyed that one. That was better than this, but this put me in that same mind frame. So, Barbarian is a movie about. Well, you know what? I'm gonna show the trailer so people can actually get an idea what this movie is, and then I'm gonna be back with my full review.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah,
This is 476 Barbary, right?
yeah, I'm renting this place.
No, I booked it a month ago.
Are you sure you have the right place?
Yeah. What am I supposed to do?
Why don't you come inside and we'll call these idiots? Why don't you just crash here?
Oh, no.
I don't know if you got a great look at this neighborhood, but I don't think you should be out there by yourself. It's dry and there's a lock on the door. By the way, I'm Keith.
Tess.
You take the bedroom and I'll sleep out here on the couch.
God.
She's a light sleeper, but I would be too.
Keith?
At some point, you gotta stop looking.
Keith!
This process might seem overwhelming, but with a little practice, it can soon become a pleasurable experience. This is perfectly natural.
Okay, so that was Barbarian, and it got some of the classic do not do's in horror movies, right? When you hear a noise, don't follow the noise. When you go, don't keep going down. It's okay. It's already a basement, and then there's more steps down. Don't go. Turn around. Like, wait, we're in the basement and the steps are going down. I don't need to go see what's down there. It's totally dark. No, I'm good. He will find his way out. He's good. I call the cops. But, okay, so as you can see, Barbarian is about two people that booked the same Airbnb. And the neighborhood was bad. It wasn't all the houses were abandoned around that house. So that was like the only house. It wasn't no call for the neighbors or whatever. And I don't know so she was in town for a job interview, and I don't know what kind of money she was working with, but um, that's a messed up place to have an Airbnb. Okay, so the way they played it though, it was kind of so dark that you didn't know that all the other houses were abandoned. You kind of just saw kind of a couple raggedy houses here and there, but you didn't know it was that bad. It was the only good house in the whole neighborhood though. So so they they kind of set it up like this guy, which is played by Bill Skarsgård. You didn't know if he was, had ulterior motives, or was he just a good guy who got put in who got put in a situation where they, the coincidence they both booked the same Airbnb, which is a mess up on the people who own the Airbnb part. We accidentally booked two different people on the same night. So we didn't know if that was just an accident, or did he do something, or was he supposed to be there? So, she started to take some precautions. She was like, no, okay. It was raining. It was real dark. She first got in the car, and then she kind of went back in, was like, hey, and she could get a reception. I usually, I can't get a reception. So he's like, man, it's just come in and use the phone and find out who. He showed her his Airbnb on the phone. So it seemed like it was on the up and up. At some point I can understand, like, I don't know. And then he was like, hey, somebody left this wine. Just drink this wine. I was like, okay, now he being a little too, it's like, come on, man, I don't know. He seemed like a real nice guy, but of course, what the hell. But he's like, you take the bedroom, I take the couch, and so they got to talking, and then she really liked him. They made him like super likable or whatever. But anyway, so she still did the right thing. If she took the bedroom, but she locked the door, all that, whatever. I think it was locked. But that part right there where you saw on the trailer, where that part is scarier now than it was before you see it. Like, if you see it the second time, you understand what the hell that was. Where the door opened, then you heard the footsteps. I don't remember hearing the footsteps. They might have added it to the trailer or whatever. But it's something else in the house or something. You feel like, is it a ghost? Is it an intruder? Is it him? What's going on? So it's one of the movies where you finally find out what it is. You be like, oh my God, that's what it is. So, and this is the thing. So it ain't just that night. You would think that character's kind of stupid. Tess, she ain't really. Yeah, she's stupid. She took precautions, but it's hard saying she's not stupid because she could have got out of there, and she actually got through the night, and she woke up and stuff, and she had went to her interview, and when she walked outside, all the houses were abandoned. But she liked this dude so much that she came back. So she could have left and been gone. She even went to her interview, and the person on the interview was like, wait, you staying there? What the hell? It's like, that's like a crackhead haven. What the hell? No. Anyway, she came back to the house. That's when all the stuff happened. And then she went downstairs looking for toilet paper. That's what it was. Oh, the toilet paper. Oh, it's right downstairs. She go down there. So the other guy's not there. He's gone. So you would think, so we like, okay, he cool. But she go downstairs, she get locked in, and she see, oh, it's a trap door. Oh, some more steps. Oh. I don't know, man. I don't. And then she get out again and end up going back again. Once she saw all that crap, right, she tell the dude, he like, oh, wait, no, that's not, let me see. Now, I don't believe you. I ain't trying to call you crazy, but just let me see. Which I can understand him like, yeah, she just tripping. Let me see this stuff. Let me check. So from there, that is the scene where you saw her, Keith, keys. So she went down there looking for them. She went to the next level because it was a first level, and then it was another door where it's more another level. So basically what it was like a tunnel built into the basement of the house. So when they open the door, it's like a tunnel where a hidden room, and there's another room where some steps to go down. I guess somebody digged a big hole. They kind of made living places under there. And it was cages and stuff. Lord knows what the hell was going on there. And then they did a flashback that kind of showed the person responsible for this, which I kind of like how they did this because it wasn't too much information. It's kind of stuff you just got to put together. And, they showed that it was a guy living there before. And this is I guess, was that in Detroit? This is in Detroit. A lot of those houses are abandoned now. And this is kind of true where he's like, I ain't leaving. So his neighbor's like, hey, we leaving. Everybody leaving. He's like, I ain't leaving. So he kept building on to his house in these little underground tunnels, and he was kidnapping people and taking them to these tunnels and stuff, and I guess keep them in these rooms and stuff. And that's where you saw that he had kidnapped women and had babies with them. And then they dropped some line of babies having I guess he was having children with them and then having children with those kids or something. And they were saying that was messing them up or something. That was making them crazy or whatever. So anyway, the threat was one of the babies. So it was, I guess. And it was like this big zombie lady that wanted to breastfeed people. I'm sorry for not explaining that better. I'm so sorry. No, it's I'm like, what? When you see it, you get introduced to the threat. This is a spoiler discussion. When you get introduced to the threat, it's like I'm guessing it's a person that was been in those tunnels their whole life, and anybody to come in that house, they'll take them down to that room. But so they had the breastfeeding. So I guess the guy was still alive, sickly in bed, but I guess he wanted them to know how to nurse children, and they had like videos playing, they old video cassettes, tapes of mothers nursing kids and breastfeeding and things like that. So they had a female she was insanely big though. That's what I'm saying. She was big and strong. She looked like a zombie, but I guess because she was in these tunnels all her life, and it's like being in a cave, like a cave dweller, and they made it clear. They showed she had these big breasts, so it was female, and so she wanted a baby, I guess, and that's what she wanted the girl. She took the girl and put her in a big ass crib that's like a cage, and it was like, yeah, and started giving her breast milk. So we get this other story where the guy who owned the Airbnb, he had a whole nother thing going on, which I think that was irrelevant, but they kind of showed that he was an actor, that he got in trouble for, I guess, sexual misconduct or something, that he was they kind of gave you a quick story over it. It was kind of cool how they did it. It was over the phones, where he was an actor. I guess he was like a kind of a low level actor that's on a TV show, and one of his co-stars accused him of sexual misconduct, and people was like, hey, I don't want to mess with that, and I can't mess with you or whatever. So he was kind of consolidating his assets. So Airbnb was his, which I was like, we didn't even need the story about him, what the reason why he was doing it. But that Airbnb was his, so he was going there to sell it. So he was about to just sell that house and some other assets so he could pay for his lawyer fees and stuff. And so he went there to check, and he's like, what the hell? Somebody got their stuff here. And then he ended up finding the tunnel and all that. So, and that's where, we get the, kind of the chase where the girl can kind of get away, and then I don't know what the name of the monster was. We call it the mother because she like wanted a baby or something. She thought of the girl as her baby. It was so crazy, man. That's where we got the chase, where they running for their life against the big zombie lady, and for some reason she is super strong. They didn't really explain that. Somebody that's malnourished that's been in the cave. I don't know how they that strong, but she was freakishly strong and pretty big. And I looked it up. It's a guy in a suit. It's not a female. It's a dude with big fake breasts on. and and that's where we get the chase or whatever. And it's interesting because it's like it was interesting, but it wasn't what I was expecting. And it's like it wanted to protect the girl. That's the messed up part. She tried to get away. It was killing everybody else that was in the way of her getting the girl because she wanted her because she thought of her as her baby. It's crazy. Even this is a scene where they ended up on the roof or something, and the guy who owned the Airbnb was like, "Hey, I see you trying to protect her," so he knew if he put her in danger, that was his chance to get away. So he threw her off the roof, and the damn zombie lady hopped off the roof to save her baby, the girl. And this is so fake. It's no way, because they wasn't up that high. They was up maybe 2 stories, but it's no way she would have fell faster than her, grabbed her, and fell and got underneath her. So that's what happened. She grabbed her, got underneath her, and she took the fall and saved her. She thought of her as a baby, and still was alive, by the way. But that was my whole thing. It's like, I don't think that was possible. Not from that height. You need to fall for a little longer distance to close that gap. Whatever. We're not going to do semantics. We're not going to do that. But I thought that was silly for them to make that move. But whatever. But yeah, it's like I said, it's one of them movies like Malignant. Once you get to the end, you either gonna like it or you're gonna hate it. I'm in the middle on that. I like something different because I get tired of the same stuff. But that was just a little that was just a little too much for me. I don't know if I can handle that one. But I like taking the ride. I like the way the movie was structured. I like the scares. They did jump scares, but they was effective. I like the acting. But, it was, and so bad. The girl, she got away on so many occasions. She actually got away and got to the cops. And because she was so dirty and her hair was all messed up, they thought she was a crackhead. And, because it was like, it's where that's at, that's where crackheads. And they was like, look, just get your ass, get off the car. Like, they would not listen to her because they thought she was a crackhead. It was so messed up. She was like, I was kidnapped and I was headed. Oh, really? Or, well, shit, you should pay for your crack. Don't try to steal it. That wouldn't happen. Anyway, it wasn't a bad movie, man. I had some fun with it. It's like I said, you either take it or leave it. But had a little fun with it. I give it a recommend. Watch this movie. It's on HBO Max. Excuse me. It's on HBO Max. It's worth the watch. It's don't get mad at me if you be like, this motherfucker told me to watch this movie. I'm telling you, it's out there. But if you like different things, if you like horror and you like different things, it's worth it. I put it to you that way. All right, so I'm gonna be out of here. Thanks for checking out the video. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you can get alerts in time. Post the videos all of our live stream. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.